Today I want to take you on a journey into the mindset and habits that define the super rich. Becoming wealthy is not just about money or possessions. It's about embodying a state of being that attracts abundance effortlessly. Wealth begins in the mind, in the way you think, feel, and act every single day. By shifting your inner world and aligning with the energy of prosperity, you can transform your life and step into the reality of true rich. Let's explore the key principles that will help you act like the super rich and unlock the abundance that is already waiting for you. To truly act like a super rich person, the very first step is to live in the feeling of abundance now. This means that you don't wait for wealth to arrive in your bank account before you start feeling wealthy. Wealth is not something that happens to you in the future. It is a state of mind you cultivate in the present moment. The super rich don't chase money from a place of lack or desperation. Instead, they embody a sense of plenty, of overflowing resources, and of unlimited possibility. Their minds are like fertile soil where the seeds of prosperity are already growing. When you live in the feeling of abundance, you align yourself with the frequency of richness. This feeling is not about counting your current possessions or obsessing over what you lack. It is a deep inner knowing that the universe is endlessly generous and that you are worthy of receiving its gifts. Imagine yourself surrounded by luxury, ease, and comfort, not as a distant dream, but as an experience that is happening right now. Feel the emotions you would feel if you were already living that life. The confidence, the joy, the freedom. These feelings are the magnetic force that draws wealth toward you. You see, abundance is not something you have to acquire, it is something you must become. It is a consciousness that permeates every thought and action. When you move through your day feeling rich inside, your energy changes. You no longer scramble or stress about money because you know deep down that it is already yours. This shift is subtle but powerful. Your posture becomes more relaxed, your smile more genuine, your decisions more certain. You walk into rooms carrying the invisible aura of success, and people respond to that. This inner state of abundance ripples outward and begins to change the external circumstances around you. The feeling of abundance also means trusting that everything you need is already on its way. There is no need to force, to struggle, or to compete. Instead, you rest in the assurance that the universe has infinite resources and that you are a natural recipient of these blessings. You stop focusing on scarcity and start celebrating what is already present, no matter how small it may seem. This celebration is not superficial. It is a deep gratitude that fills your entire being and raises your vibration. Living in the feeling of abundance now rewires your brain and transforms your habits. You begin to notice opportunities you would have missed before, and you make choices that support your wealthy self. It is like tuning a radio to the right frequency. Once you do, the music of prosperity plays effortlessly. The super rich live from this frequency every day, not because they have more money than anyone else, but because they have mastered the art of feeling wealthy regardless of their current bank balance. This is the invisible power that creates visible riches. To truly step into the life of the super rich, you must first assume their identity. This means going beyond just wanting wealth or hoping for it to come your way. You must become the person who already lives that reality. It's not about pretending or putting on a mask. It's about fully embracing the mindset, habits, and inner attitude of someone who is effortlessly wealthy. When you assume their identity, you align your entire being, thoughts, emotions, and actions with the version of yourself that experiences luxury, freedom, and abundance as a natural state of existence. Assuming the identity of the super rich requires a deep inner conviction. You must believe so strongly in this new self that no external circumstance can shake your certainty. The outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. So when you hold the identity of wealth within, your reality will begin to mirror it. This doesn't mean you suddenly change your bank balance overnight. It means that your internal world shifts first. You start to see yourself as someone who has financial freedom, who makes decisions from a place of security and confidence, and who naturally attracts opportunities aligned with that identity. This process calls for living as if, not in a superficial or fleeting way, but with genuine feeling and consistency. Imagine how the super rich carry themselves. Their posture, their calm assurance, their ability to speak with authority and grace. They don't hesitate or second guess their worth because they have fully accepted it. When you assume their identity, you adopt these qualities. You move through your day with the certainty that your wealth is not something to be attained, but something that is already a part of who you are. Your thoughts begin to reflect this new identity. Instead of worrying about money or doubting your potential, you think in terms of growth, expansion, and possibilities. Your emotions align with pride, joy, and confidence rather than fear or lack. Your actions follow naturally, making choices that honor your assumed state. You invest in yourself, in your knowledge, and in your network, knowing these are the tools that reinforce your wealthy identity. Even your habits change. You value your time, you prioritize quality over quantity, and you cultivate an environment that supports abundance. Assuming the identity of the super rich is like stepping into a new skin, one that fits perfectly once you commit fully. It is an act of faith in your unseen self, a bold declaration that your present reality is just the beginning. When you do this, you stop being a passive observer of your life and become the creator of it. This identity becomes your foundation, your inner truth, and from it, all the external manifestations of wealth flow naturally and effortlessly. Imagination is the most powerful tool you have to shape your reality, especially when it comes to embodying the life of the super rich. It is not just a fanciful escape or a daydream. Imagination is the creative force through which you bring your desires into existence. When you use your imagination intentionally and vividly, you are planting seeds in the fertile ground of your subconscious mind, seeds that will grow into the experiences, opportunities, and circumstances you wish to live. The super rich understand this power, whether consciously or unconsciously, and they use it every day to reinforce their wealth and success. To use imagination as your creative tool, you must engage all your senses and emotions as you visualize the life you want. Don't just see it as a distant goal or a simple picture in your mind. Feel it as if it is happening now. Imagine the textures, the sounds, the scents, the colors, and the emotions that come with abundance. Whether it's sitting in a luxurious office, driving a sleek car, or walking through an elegant home, immerse yourself fully in these mental scenes. The more real and detailed your imagination becomes, the stronger the impression it leaves on your subconscious mind, which then works to align your outer reality with these inner visions. Imagination also serves as a rehearsal space where you practice living as the super rich before it physically manifests. When you repeatedly imagine yourself making confident decisions, attracting opportunities, or effortlessly handling wealth, you train your mind and emotions to accept this as your natural state. This process removes resistance and doubt, replacing them with certainty and expectation. It rewires your beliefs and habits, aligning them with the new identity you are assuming. Each time you return to your imagination, you deepen this internal conviction and increase the magnetic pull toward your goals. The power of imagination lies not just in the images you create, but in the feeling you generate within. Feeling is the language your subconscious understands, and it responds to the emotional tone you set. If you imagine wealth with excitement, gratitude, and calm assurance, your subconscious will treat those feelings as truth. This leads to inspired action, intuitive ideas, and unexpected opportunities that move you closer to the life you envision. Imagination is not passive. It is an active, dynamic force that shapes your thoughts, influences your emotions, and ultimately directs your behaviors toward abundance. By using imagination as your creative tool, you step into a place of control and authority over your destiny. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change, you actively construct the blueprint of your future wealth within your mind. This inner creative act sets the foundation for real-world transformation. The super rich don't rely solely on luck or external validation. They rely on their ability to imagine and feel the life they desire until it becomes an inevitable reality. Through imagination, you align your energy with the vibration of prosperity and become a powerful co-creator of your abundant life. Detaching from lack and poverty consciousness is one of the most crucial steps to embodying the life of the super rich. It requires a deliberate shift away from any mindset, belief, or feeling that tells you there is not enough, whether that be money, opportunity, or resources. Lack consciousness is a heavy burden that keeps you trapped in cycles of limitation, fear, and struggle. To act like the super rich, you must free yourself from these chains and choose instead to live from a place of limitless possibility. This detachment is not about ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It's about refusing to let scarcity define your identity or dictate your future. The first part of detachment is becoming aware of how deeply embedded poverty thinking can be. It often shows up as worry, hesitation, or resistance when it comes to money. It might sound like thoughts of, "I'll never have enough. This is too hard," or "rich people are different from me." These are not just fleeting doubts. They are powerful currents in your subconscious mind that shape your actions and experiences. Recognizing these patterns is essential because you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Once you become conscious of your poverty consciousness, you can begin to consciously replace it with beliefs that support abundance. Letting go of lack means refusing to identify with scarcity. It means you stop defining yourself by what you don't have and start identifying as someone who naturally lives in plenty. This shift changes your emotional state and your energetic vibration. Instead of fear and anxiety, you cultivate calm confidence and trust. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you focus on the potential that surrounds you. This does not happen overnight. It requires consistent practice and vigilance. Every time a thought of lack arises, you have the opportunity to consciously choose a different thought, one that affirms abundance and wealth. The super rich operate from a mental space where lack simply does not exist. They don't waste energy on what's missing. They channel all their attention into what can be created. This mindset frees them from stress and desperation, allowing them to make clear, empowered decisions. Detaching from poverty consciousness means you stop reacting to scarcity and start acting from a place of freedom and possibility. It's like stepping out of a dark room into the sunlight. You leave behind old limitations and open yourself to new horizons. This detachment also involves releasing attachment to outcomes tied to scarcity. When you are fixated on needing money or success to feel worthy, you create resistance that blocks your flow. Instead, you learn to trust the process and the timing of your life. You understand that abundance is your natural state, and you allow it to unfold without force or struggle. This doesn't mean complacency. It means steady faith and aligned action, free from the grip of lack. The space you create by detaching from poverty consciousness becomes fertile ground for wealth and opportunity to grow naturally and effortlessly. To truly act like the super rich, you must speak and think from a place of prosperity at all times. Your words and thoughts carry immense power. They are the tools through which you communicate your inner reality to the outer world. When you consistently choose language and thoughts rooted in abundance, you signal to yourself and the universe that you are aligned with wealth and success. Prosperity is not just about having money. It's a state of consciousness that shapes how you interpret your experiences and how you express yourself. Speaking and thinking from this place transforms your entire energy and attracts the conditions that match your inner vibration. When you speak, notice the words you use about money, success, and opportunity. Are you using language that implies lack, limitation, or struggle? Or do your words reflect confidence, gratitude, and ease? The super rich are careful with their speech because they understand that words create reality. They don't complain about what they don't have or express doubts about their financial future. Instead, they affirm what is possible and what they already have, saying things like, "I am open to receiving great wealth," or "money flows to me effortlessly," rewires your mind to expect abundance. This positive language shapes your beliefs and influences your subconscious programming. Your thoughts are equally important. Prosperous thinking is characterized by optimism, focus, and clarity. It is the habit of seeing opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. When your mind dwells on scarcity, fear, or lack, you reinforce those very conditions. But when you train yourself to think from a place of plenty, you open doors to new ideas, creative solutions, and inspired action. Prosperous thinking is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what serves your growth and wealth. It is a mindset that trusts in the flow of abundance and refuses to be derailed by temporary setbacks. By speaking and thinking from prosperity, you also influence those around you. Your words carry an energy that impacts your relationships, your business dealings, and your opportunities. When you communicate with confidence and abundance, people are naturally drawn to you, trust you, and want to collaborate with you. This creates a powerful cycle where your inner prosperity radiates outward, attracting more wealth and success. The super rich understand this dynamic. They use their words and thoughts as tools to build not just their financial empires, but also their influence and reputation. Cultivating a prosperous inner dialogue takes practice and awareness. It means catching yourself whenever scarcity-based thoughts or speech arise and consciously shifting them. It means surrounding yourself with affirmations, positive influences, and environments that reinforce abundance. Over time, this rewiring of your mind and language becomes second nature, and prosperity becomes your default state. Seeking and thinking from a place of prosperity is a daily commitment, a deliberate choice to embody the mindset and energy of wealth so deeply that it shapes every aspect of your life. To truly embody the life of the super rich, it's essential to dress and behave in alignment with the identity you have assumed. This is not about superficial vanity or impressing others. It's about creating harmony between your inner state and your outward expression. When your appearance and behavior reflect your inner belief in abundance and success, you reinforce that identity both to yourself and to the world around you. The way you present yourself becomes a powerful statement of who you are and what you accept as your reality. Clothing is more than fabric. It is a language that communicates your self-respect, confidence, and values. When you dress in a way that aligns with wealth, you begin to feel worthy of it. The super rich understand that their style and grooming are extensions of their mindset. They choose quality over quantity, timeless elegance over fleeting trends, and they invest in pieces that make them feel powerful and assured. This doesn't mean you need expensive brands or flashy displays. It means you dress with intention and care, embodying the energy of success in every detail. This alignment creates a feedback loop where looking wealthy encourages feeling wealthy, which in turn attracts more abundance. Behavior is equally important. How you carry yourself, your posture, your mannerisms, your speech, speaks volumes about your assumed state. The super rich move with purpose and calm assurance. They handle challenges with grace and make decisions from a place of confidence, not desperation. Your actions must reflect the inner reality you want to live. This includes being punctual, courteous, and mindful in your interactions, as well as maintaining a sense of calm and control even in stressful situations. When you behave as if you belong in a world of wealth and influence, you signal to your subconscious and to others that you are a person of value and integrity. Aligning your dress and behavior with your assumed state also means surrounding yourself with environments and experiences that support this identity. Whether it's the way you organize your space, the company you keep, or the places you frequent, these external factors reinforce your inner belief. The super rich curate their lives in ways that continually remind them of their abundance and potential. This creates a seamless integration between who they are inside and the life they live outside. This alignment is a form of self-honoring. By presenting yourself as wealthy, you honor the vision you hold for your life and the person you are becoming. It bridges the gap between imagination and reality, making your assumed identity tangible and undeniable. When your outer world reflects your inner state, it becomes easier to sustain that feeling of wealth and to attract all that comes with it. Dressing and behaving in alignment with your assumed state is not about pretending. It's about becoming fully congruent with the life you are destined to live. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces that multiplies your wealth and expands your experience of abundance. When you cultivate genuine gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is already present in your life. This simple but profound practice raises your vibration and opens the door for more blessings to flow to you. The super rich understand that wealth is not just measured by numbers in a bank account. It is an energy that grows exponentially when nurtured by appreciation and thankfulness. Gratitude creates a fertile ground where prosperity can flourish. Expressing gratitude activates a mindset of abundance, which rewires your subconscious to expect more good things instead of dwelling on lack or comparing yourself to others. You acknowledge and celebrate the wealth that surrounds you, no matter how big or small. This could be gratitude for your health, your talents, the opportunities you have, or even the lessons learned from challenges. Every moment of genuine thankfulness sends a signal to the universe that you recognize and honor the gifts you've received, and this attracts further abundance. It's a magnet for prosperity because it aligns you with the natural flow of giving and receiving. Gratitude also changes your emotional state, making you feel richer and more fulfilled regardless of your external circumstances. When you focus on what you are thankful for, your mind releases stress, worry, and feelings of inadequacy. Instead, you experience peace, joy, and contentment. These feelings create a powerful energy field that draws wealth to you effortlessly. The super rich don't accumulate wealth from a place of desperation or fear. They come from a space of joy and appreciation. This inner harmony acts like a beacon that attracts more positive experiences, wealth, and opportunities. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine deepens your connection to abundance. Whether through journaling, meditation, or simple moments of reflection, regularly acknowledging what you are grateful for reinforces your wealth consciousness. It trains your mind to notice the good and to expect more of it. Gratitude also helps you maintain faith during times when external evidence of wealth might be slow to appear. It reminds you that abundance is not just about material possessions, but also about the richness of life itself. Gratitude multiplies wealth because it transforms your relationship with money and success. Instead of seeing money as a scarce resource that must be hoarded or fought over, you come to view it as a flow, a river that moves easily and endlessly. This shift removes resistance and opens you to receive more freely. The super rich give generously and receive gratefully, creating a continuous cycle of prosperity. When you embrace gratitude fully, you step into this flow, allowing wealth to expand in ways you might never have imagined. Patience and persistence are the twin pillars that support the powerful practice of assumption. When you assume the identity of the super rich, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and like all seeds, it requires time and consistent care to grow. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active state of trust and unwavering faith that what you have assumed inwardly is already taking form, even if the outer world has yet to show it. The super rich understand that visible results don't always appear immediately, but they remain steadfast because they know the unseen is working behind the scenes. Persistence means returning again and again to your assumed state, regardless of any temporary setbacks, doubts, or external contradictions. It's easy to be enthusiastic when everything seems to be going your way, But true mastery lies in holding your inner conviction steady through challenges and delays. Every time you recommit to your assumption with feeling and belief, you reinforce the new reality you are creating. This repetition is like carving a deep channel through solid rock. Eventually, the river of your desire flows freely and powerfully into your experience. Patience and persistence also protect you from the trap of giving up too soon or falling back into old patterns of doubt and limitation. The mind naturally wants proof and immediate gratification, but when you cultivate these qualities, you rise above fleeting appearances and remain anchored in the truth of your inner assumption. This means not allowing circumstances, opinions, or even your own fears to derail your vision. Instead, you nurture your belief, quietly but consistently, knowing that time is a necessary ingredient in the process of manifestation. The super rich have learned to embrace this journey with calm assurance. They do not rush or force outcomes. They align their actions with their assumptions and then allow life to unfold in perfect timing. This balance of patient faith and persistent effort creates a powerful momentum that moves mountains. Each moment you spend reaffirming your identity and feeling the reality of wealth brings you closer to the inevitable manifestation of your desire. By practicing patience and persistence in your assumption, you cultivate resilience and deepen your trust in the creative process. You become someone who no longer reacts to external fluctuations, but instead remains centered in the knowing that what you have imagined and felt is already yours. This steady, unwavering state is the secret foundation upon which all great fortunes and transformations are built. As we come to the close of this exploration on how to act like the super rich, remember that wealth begins within, through the feelings you nurture, the identity you assume, and the thoughts you choose to empower. By living in abundance now, embracing your assumed state, using your imagination creatively, detaching from scarcity, speaking and thinking with prosperity, aligning your appearance and behavior, practicing gratitude and remaining patient and persistent, you open the door to a life beyond limitation. Your inner world shapes your outer reality, and by mastering these principles, you step fully into the rich, abundant life that awaits you. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. May you move forward with confidence, knowing that the power to create your wealth and success lies within you.